Hey everybody, how's it going? It's currently late, like wee hours late. Like I should go to bed late, but I have had quite an interesting day. Um, it's yeah. Anyways, I was up late. It's Friday night. I'm enjoying myself. I got nothing going on tomorrow except for a couple things. So I'm up at 3:30 in the morning, believe it or not. Playing Shenmue and getting back into things. And I just got done watching Donkey's Shenmue III video again, and it kind of reawoken. No, no, no. It kind of brought out and awoken this new perspective, this new feeling about this game. Now, before I get too much into it, I just want to let everybody out there know watching this video. I'm sorry this isn't a very like high edited video with a lot of skills put into it. It's just a one and done camera thing. Two, I am not somebody who views the Shenmue games as separate titles. It's one giant video game released by separate entities. That's the way it was envisioned from the very beginning. And Shenmue 3, absolutely, the one we have, absolutely took some liberties to what the original game was going to be. And I'm going to get more into that later. And four, I really want Shenmue 4 still. Okay, I do. I want the series to be concluded. I don't want Shenmue to be concluded as a movie, as a TV show, as a comic book, as a novelization. It should be a video game franchise. It should end as a video game franchise. I think there's still room to improve from 3 to 4. I don't think 3 should sour everyone to not want a Shenmue 4, but I've been seeing a lot of that recently, like in the past couple of years, and it's very heartbreaking to know that like it seems like at least half the fan base is like fuck Shenmue now. And that is heartbreaking. It is. I'm not going to deny that. And I think that's an awful mindset to have when, art is always improving and changing and molding into something new. It isn't too late for Shenmue, so chill. Please chill, okay? Go support this game called Air Twister, please, if you haven't played it yet. I'm going to play it with some money. It looks like it plays essentially the same as Space Harrier. So if you like the Space Harrier games, if you like the first one specifically, which I love Space Harrier, I'm a big, big, big fan of Space Harrier. I don't have a physical copy of it anymore. Well, I do technically. It's the Dreamcast copy of Shenmue has it. So, but I had it for the Sega 32X. Oh, I have it for the Master System now, and for physical copies I do. But I don't have a 32X anymore. So, oh well, I'm not the biggest fan of it, but that's okay. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting a little off track. I wanted to focus on what I want to talk about, so I can go to bed and move on with my life. I'm a little frustrated with the Shenmue 3 we have now than I was this whole time. I used to really appreciate that game. I still do. You saw that Sonic Motherboard video. So I thought it was smart, and I saved my Shenmue 3 save data, but apparently it's gone. I don't know what the heck happened to it in the game. I've been playing on Steam, and the game doesn't have cloud save, so I had to start over again from the beginning, which is okay. It's okay. You know what? It's fine. This is Shenmue. Shenmue is all about taking your time anyways. It's just a video game. Normally this kind of thing would really frustrate me, but it's like, no, it's okay. And I haven't played the game like a solid year or something, so I don't mind doing this again from the start. And Shenmue is definitely a game that's about patience. And that is not easy for every for every person who cares about this franchise, for every fan of it. I feel like there's definitely more than just one or two Shenmue fans who got into the franchise back in the late 90s, early 2000s, haven't played the games for years, and started off with Shenmue 3 again, and haven't touched the first two in a long, long time, and probably felt a little betrayed or whiplash or frustrated that the game is like, why is it taking forever to do everything? Maybe they forgot how Shenmue worked, and I understand that, but like, it's not just that. That's not the part about Shenmue 3 that frustrates me. That's not what I want to get at. No. That part's okay. But I'm kind of feeling a little bit whiplashy too, because I've been playing a lot of. I just beat one. I'm playing the 1 and 2 re-release on PS4, the remasters or PS4/5 in Japanese, because I'm playing the games in Japanese before, and it was awesome. Well, except for 2 on the Dreamcast originally. But anyways, I feel like every year, at least like once every year, I'm playing a Shenmue game because it's my favorite franchise ever. I just got done playing. It's a little sad inside. It's a little sad. On a personal note, I may never play Shenmue 1 and 2 on the Sega Dreamcast ever again. Or maybe I will, because there was that recent Shenmue 2 prototype that got put on the internet, which is awesome. However, I am now done. I finished Shenmue 2, I think after Christmas of last year, before New Year's. I think I did. Or at the beginning of the year. I can't remember when it was. I'm pretty sure it was at the end of January. I mean, December. I'm sorry. December of 2023. I'm sure it was. I'm like, that's it. You know, back in 2018, before 2019. I think it was 2019, shortly before Shenmue 1 and 2 came out on the PS4 and Xbox One and PC. I beat Shenmue 1 on the Dreamcast, and then it took me 4 years to beat Shenmue 2 on the Dreamcast. Now, this isn't my first rodeo with these games. I've beaten these games before on the Dreamcast, on Steam, on Xbox Original, I have. It's just, this is the last time I might ever do it. You know? It might be. So, what am I talking about? Why do I feel frustrated about the Shenmue 3 how it is now? People. I want to talk about alternate what ifs with the past, which is just hypothetical. You know, we all live in this reality of what happened, I know. But, and after watching Duncan's review again, I forgot about the ending of the game. Honestly, this isn't factual. It's not, but I bet you that some fans out there watching this absolutely agree with this and feel this way too. And it's okay if you do. I get it, because I kind of saw it. I haven't beaten Shenmue 3 yet, but I know how it ends, and I understand. I knew how it ended for like a long time, but I completely forgot. No, I didn't forget, but I completely forgot something about the ending that I'll touch on that feels like, oh my god. So I haven't been a Shenmue fan for 20 years yet, but I'm feeling it. I've been waiting for Shenmue 4 to be announced for 5 years now. I thought for sure the game was going to get announced in either 2021 or 2022 at least, to be like, yeah, it's coming, don't worry. Because Air Twister was already out around that time, I feel like. I think it was. And, but it hasn't. Air Twister just recently got multi-platted, like, as in if, like, summer of last year, I think it did. That's not too recent. Never mind. Fuck. When did it happen? I don't know, but I think it was either 2023 or this year. It's fairly recently. If you support that game, that would help YeastNet create Shenmue 4. Okay? It will. And then them being able to create their own other IPs if they want to. I got nothing wrong with them creating other IPs. And Yu Suzuki, in a fairly recent interview within like the past month or two, at the latest I could think of, entertained the ideas of creating a Shenmue remake, or a What's Shenmue remake, or a Shenmue 4. And that's awesome. I love that idea of him doing that. But I think that can wait till later. If he wants to remake first, I think he should just do What's Shenmue, and then do 1 and 2 way later on, and just focus on Shenmue 4. Option A, or the S tier option, I want Yu Suzuki to focus on Shenmue 4 for now. Make Shenmue 4, finish the goddamn story in video game format as it should be, and then make remakes, because if you pass away, if Yu Suzuki kicks a bucket, if he dies, at least a fan that worked within YeastNet, somebody that was very close to Yu Suzuki, that understands the games to a fault, can do the remake. That's okay with me. Alright? I don't mind if he doesn't do the remakes. If someone else does it, as long as it feels close enough to Shenmue, that's fine. That's fine with me. I don't give a shit. Even if the games are atrocious, I don't care. I think the series should be done first before we get remakes, okay? I believe that's most important right now. I believe making Shenmue 4 is way more important than making a Shenmue remake. We still don't know if Yu Suzuki has written down the entire story, or if he has a protege, or some kind of pupil, or something. We'd have no idea. That's scary, guys. Yu Suzuki, if you're watching this, or someone at YeastNet, can you please be more clear about the future Shenmue? I don't think you're hurting anything or anyone if you let the people know that it's going to be okay for the future of the franchise, because it sucks being in limbo. I bet it sucked for 20 years, or 15 years for being in limbo until the game got announced in E3. It sucks. Don't put us through this again. I don't think it's going to be 20 years until we get Shenmue 4, but it could be. Guys? That would be really funny, but also really sad at the same time, because it's like, what the fuck is this man doing? He's getting older. Who's working with him? Why can't we have better vocal communication about the future of the franchise? What's so hard with being like, don't worry guys, Shenmue will be okay. It's all written down in this pamphlet, but we can't tell the public about it because it's for private reasons. But Yu Suzuki does have a project today. He is working with other people on it. If by the unfortunate chance he doesn't make it, Shenmue will be okay. I want something like that. I want that to come out. I want some kind of story. I want some kind of like interview. I want some kind of like something, okay? Just some kind of freaking statement about it. Like, it'd be nice. Or at least a Shenmue 4 announcement. At least that much. Like, please, guys. Yu Suzuki saying that he wants to make more, that it's possible to make more Shenmue games is a really good thing. It is. It is. He's entertaining the ideas of making remakes and making Shenmue 4. That is a good sign. That is, I'm not saying that's a bad thing, no. But however, at the same time though, what's going on? Like, it's weird. I don't know. Okay. So, what I really wanted to focus on was, for the longest time, I was telling the fans who are frustrated with Shenmue 3 that this is the game we were going to have this whole time. And I still kind of feel that way, but there's more to it than that, okay? Because I know, realistically speaking, don't take that term super to heart. I'm not saying that, like, this is literally the game we're going to have, like, way back in, like, you know, the early 2000s. But when I say this is the game we were going to have this whole time, I meant this is the Shenmue 3 that was supposedly going to exist on the Dreamcast in terms of the story, in terms of the narrative, and for the most part, in terms of the gameplay. In terms of the visuals, the graphics, the engine, of course not. The Dreamcast can't do all that. But you know how amazing it would have been if instead of announcing Shenmue 3, because, okay, remember, Shenmue 3 at the end of the day is an indie game. Now, I want to talk about this before I get on to what I'm trying to reveal here, okay? Shenmue 3 is an indie game. It's not a high-budget product. It's not something that, like, you know, that's big in the gaming industry. I was hoping it would be, but that didn't happen. I didn't really do anything new or big for the franchise. Shenmue is just fated to be an underrated series. You can call it doomed, but it kind of is. Yes, the fan base grew a bit. Yes, it did. It definitely did. And there's new fans now that love the series. And I feel as though more games is definitely going to help, yes. I think at the end of the day, doing a Shenmue remake would help. But it turned me off that Shenmue 3 doesn't have any real connection to Shenmue 2, like 2 does to 1. And the combat's incredibly, you know, faulty. The stamina meter at first was terrible, but thank God they fixed it. But everything else about the game I love. I do. I do. I love all the overworld stuff. Oh, also, we didn't get, I think it's called Baishu. There was a village that got canceled that was reached by one of the stretch goals, and we didn't get it. Which is so weird to me. I don't understand that, but okay. Anyways, yeah, that's really frustrating. I know. So instead of being like, we're gonna make Shenmue 3 and having that was amazing. Yes, that's legendary. Okay, I was one of the biggest, happiest people on planet Earth when it happened. I was like, Shenmue 3, holy fucking shit, we're getting Shenmue 3. Yes, it blew my mind. Okay, but you know how much more mind blowing it would have been if instead of saying Shenmue 3 is going to come out, they were like, the Shenmue, all the games, Shenmue 3 to 7 for the Dreamcast. We're going to make it. We're going to Kickstarter make it. Now, that's confusing. That's a little bit too much at once, I know, but if Yu Suzuki came out and he was just like, thank you all for helping support this. Shenmue's going to be done. I'm going to be able to make all the games now. First of all, that is a lot of work on Eastnet and Yu Suzuki, even if they're all... Now, the reason why I'm like, now, hold on, how is that possible? I'm talking about, like, remember, Shenmue 3 is an indie game, so what platform, what console, what video game console in the indie game industry is best known for being, like, very indie game friendly besides maybe the Nintendo Switch and the PS4? The Sega Dreamcast. The Sega Dreamcast, to this day, still has games being made for it in the indie game industry. And we reached $10 million or more, I think it was $20 million or something, for Shenmue 3. That is more than enough money, I feel like, to finish the rest of the series for the Dreamcast. Yes. However, maybe this is something Yu Suzuki did think about. Because I didn't really think about this part. That would have been way too much labor for Suzuki-san to make Shenmue 3 exactly like, with the same pacing, the same time and effort put into it as he did for the first two games onto the Dreamcast, and then he had to make 4 and 5 and 6. Yeah, but at the same time, though, we would have all given him a break if it was like we're getting a new Shenmue game every like 2 years or so. I mean, for fuck's sake, Shenmue 1 and 2 were being made at the same time. He didn't stop with those two games; he kept going. So maybe that's not a valid point. Maybe being like, oh, man, that would have been too much work for him. What it had been though, and I heard he was like the biggest Shenmue fan. Then what's he doing with the franchise? Why has it been 5 years with no new game? If he's so confident to make a new one, where the fuck is it? I'm onto this shit. Like, what's going on? It's really it's really frustrating. So the ending of Shenmue 3, honestly, seeing like having Ryo fight Lan Di and then it going nowhere, and him being like, I will get my revenge, and then you see the story goes on the screen. I wouldn't blame you if you believe that felt like a middle finger. Because I was watching that video, Video Game Donkey's video, and I was like, oh my god, yeah, it does. That feels like a middle finger. And like, again, I haven't beat Shenmue 3 yet, so I can't fully speak on that, but in that moment, that's exactly what it felt like. So, again, I really wish right now, I'm gonna make a wish right now, or whatever. I fucking wish that Yu Suzuki finished the series for the Dreamcast, and then those games could be released still on PS4 and Steam. He could have made them for the Dreamcast and still been like, alright, it's going to be multiplayer, it's going to be in Switch, it's going to be on all the stuff, all the Shenmue games, Shenmue 1 through 7, it's going to be everything, and it's going to be just the old Dreamcast graphics, the old engine, it's all there, and he's going to pick up the work he had from back then. He can just make the same game that they canceled, and just keep going, they just pay back on track. Bam, we reached $10 million, that's more than enough money to finish this franchise. Do you see what I'm fucking saying in like today's time? Because back in 1999, 2000, Shenmue was the most expensive game ever made, but like 15 to 20 years later, I mean, back then those games, Shenmue 1 and 2 together is a $70 million project. Yes. People say, oh my gosh, Shenmue cost us $70 million, what the fuck? They believe, I still feel like most folks on the internet misinformed that and believe they were specifically talking about the first game. No, Shenmue 1 and 2 on the Dreamcast together costed that much money. Remember, you have to think, you have to put it in the mentality that Shenmue is one video game, the whole franchise. It's not separate. It's not. I know it's literally physically separate entities and digitally, but it's one game just releases separate titles. It is. That's why Shenmue 1's save data carries over to Shenmue 2, and Shenmue 2's was supposed to carry over to 3, but that didn't happen. So that's why I really fucking wish we had an outcome instead that Shenmue 3 was made for the Dreamcast, and then Suzuki-san's like, I'm gonna make 4, and it's gonna come out the next year, in 2020. No, I believe Shenmue 3 could have come out in 2017 if they did this idea. Absolutely, or 2018, as late as 2018. Absolutely, Dreamcast Shenmue 3, yes. Absolutely, yeah. Oh fuck yeah. It could have. Man, that's so sad. I'm just an anxious fan at the end of the day. I'm just anxious. I'm just worried for the franchise. I do want Shenmue 4, but I don't want it to play the same as Shenmue 3 did, exactly, because it feels a little sloppy-ish, and that's not entirely the team's fault. It's like the engine they're using. It's not quite the same as the old games. And it is a Kickstarter game. You can tell it feels like it is. It does feel like an indie game. So it's like, then why did they skip developing it for the Dreamcast? What, to try to please towards the modern market? I don't think, and to be fair, I don't think it's entirely fair or polite to fully blame EastNet for what happened. I don't think it is. They didn't know that Shenmue 3, that Shenmue was still going to kind of be like, a little bit underrated of a series. And they didn't know that it was going to take 5 years to make Shenmue 4 or however long it's going to be. I don't even think Yu Suzuki fully knew. I truly do believe that Yu Suzuki was happy, and he was very like amazed that he got to make Shenmue 3. I do believe that. But I also feel like we kind of got jerked around a little bit, and I really wish I really wish that they just thought about, well, let's make it for the Dreamcast, and if it can, and let's make the stretch goals, each Shenmue game title. Instead of just the third game, we're going to have Shenmue 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 7, because I think originally they're going to do 7 games. All for the Sega Dreamcast. We can finish the story, we can make it like how we envisioned it. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Maybe they could have we'll also make a new controller for the system. Maybe Sega will let us, and maybe they would have. Or maybe they could have gotten someone in there to help them make a new controller that worked at Sega. And Sega would be like, absolutely, we'll help you do that. I don't know, guys. Specifically for the Shenmue series, I don't know. I honestly don't know if that was even possible for them to do. Like, if we lived in reality where Shenmue succeeded in the early 2000s, would it have concluded on the Dreamcast, or would it have concluded on a future Sega console? That's something else I didn't really think about. So I don't know, guys. It's like, yeah. Now I'm realizing this is the game that we have, and that's okay. As long as we get a Shenmue 4, because like I didn't really think about that till now. It's like, what if Shenmue wasn't supposed to end on the Dreamcast? What if it was supposed to end on a new console? I never thought about that. Like the Dreamcast's successor that was backwards compatible, played Dreamcast games. You know, basically the Dreamcast 2, but it wouldn't be the Dreamcast 2. Maybe Vita something else. Like I don't know. The Sega, whatever the fuck it is. I don't know. The Sega Megacast, or I don't know. The Sega Pluto, you know, and that is a real thing. But okay, guys, that's kind of my video. YesNet, Yu Suzuki, you know, I'm really, really, really hoping and praying that somebody who works at YesNet can just be more clear about this. Sees my video here. They see this video. If you're a big fan, if you have touch, if you're in touch with YesNet or Yu Suzuki or somebody that works on the Shenmue games, show them my video, please. Anybody that can understand English, or maybe there's a way you can translate for them, please, because like we the fan base, we need more clarity. I'm seeing Discord all over the place right now. You know, God bless Shenmue Dojo and Phantom Riverstone or whoever the fuck for being positive and optimistic and doing their best. But it's like, let's also get real here, folks. Like, yeah, Shenmue 3 is great at the end of the day, it is, but like, I'm not saying I'm not gonna say, oh, I think the franchise should be over. No, no, God, no. That's the last thing I want. I think the series should definitely conclude. I'm just like, why has it been almost 5 years since the third game came out and we still haven't gotten any announcements yet? What's going on with that? It's concerning. It is. I mean, it's making me anxious, or at least like there's nothing like really concrete as if we're gonna get the games or not. Okay, all right, guys, that's it. Peace out. Have a good night. I'm exhausted. I really wish we got Shenmue 3 and 4 and 5 for the Dreamcast. And then, well, since we live in reality where Sega didn't make another console, maybe Yu Suzuki could have cut down the story just a little bit, like could have cut out some Shenmue filler. Yes, there's filler in the Shenmue games. But there's nothing with the plot. It's like the side content, like doing jobs and training. But like that stuff is so fucking important to Shenmue overall. Like I feel like cutting out anything from Shenmue is damaging for like what we do have. So I don't know. Maybe they could have made 3 up to 7 for the Dreamcast still. I don't really entirely know, and that's the thing about this. We'll never know. Okay. Alright, I'm just talking in circles. I know. I'm sorry. I apologize. I know with the rambling. But if you care about Shenmue as much as I do, I'm pretty sure you'll give this video a good watch, listen, and express your thoughts in the comments below. I'm really curious to hear. But yeah, I will always love this franchise. It's not perfect. No, nothing is. It's my favorite gaming series of all time, but it won't truly be my favorite gaming series of all time until it's finished. How can anyone truly love an unfinished series? It feels so sad and tragic. It's like, please, we want you to be done. I don't want Shenmue 4 to be the last game, but I don't want to have to wait 5 to 10 years per Shenmue game. You're killing me here, Suzuki. Like, come on. Come on, man. You don't have to pump out the game. You have to like rush it out, but like just say something to the fan base. You know, have you guys been secretly working on it and we just don't know? Like, come on, say something. Is this like an Elder Scrolls 6 situation? Except that there's no like teaser for it? Like, come on. Alright, peace out, have a good night, day, evening, whatever. True Shenmue fans out there will want the best for the future of the series. I certainly do, so let's just hope. Bye guys, have a good one. Peace out. Also, I might do game reviews again, and I'm definitely going to do a review on Shenmue 3, and these are topics I will definitely touch on again in my Shenmue 3 review. Oh, 100%, absolutely. Especially if there's still no fourth game by that time. It's going to take me like a year or two to make my Shenmue 3 game review. A year or two. We should absolutely have some kind of concrete something on Shenmue 4. Well, then 7 fucking years of Shenmue 3 getting released. This is getting ridiculous. Alright, bye. Have a good one.